So the Fantastic Four First Steps came out last week and it had a pretty good box office opening. But we have some news that just came out today. Apparently, the Friday numbers domestically is pretty bad. They made 11.7 million domestically yesterday. And that is a 80% drop from the debut. Now, we already know usually there's a drop. But this is massive. This is a massive drop. We're going to have a conversation about Marvel and the state of Marvel and the state of how general audiences feel about Marvel. General audiences just don't want to go see MCU movies no more. And that is on Marvel because their reputation is no longer held to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? People don't see MCU movies like they used to. And that is their fault. The biggest mistake to me was the shows. Also, the Multiverse Saga. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be cool to see Secret Wars. It's gonna be cool to see Doomsday. Secret Wars I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a banger. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see iconic heroes like Tobey Maguire getting to meet Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Team ups that we've been wanting for a long time, that have been building since the early 2000s, the 90s. We're gonna see that in Secret Wars. But the Multiverse Saga, I feel like general audiences show up for established franchises, established characters, and show up for multiverse slop. I call it multiverse slop. You know what I'm saying? No Way Home was fire, but it's still multiverse slop. Doctor Strange, I like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but it's still multiverse slop. And Deadpool Wolverine was a certified banger, but it was also multiverse slop. And people show up for that shit. And people show up for movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, established characters. And show up for the Marvels. But also, those had new characters. It wasn't just Captain Marvel. Those had new characters that needed to be established. Not a lot of people watch the Kamala Khan show, Ms. Marvel. You need to watch that to understand who that was. And that was one of the reasons why, well, Captain Marvel was trash in my opinion. But that was one of the reasons why people didn't go see that movie, because those characters were mostly new and fresh faces. General audiences don't care about the new. I feel like their mind is set on nostalgia and what they already know with the MCU, and they don't want to give chances to new people, to new heroes, to new things. Like, for instance, Captain America 4. Sam was his first Captain America film. You have to watch the show to understand. Well, I mean, you don't really have to, but to understand his journey and his journey to become Captain America, to really become Captain America, you would have to watch that. And that should have been a movie. That should have been his first movie. Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, whatever. That should have been Sam's first movie, and that would have been a solid opening for his character. But they put that in a show. Like, I don't get it. But back to what I'm saying. Captain America 4, that is new. The first Captain America without Chris Evans. And people didn't accept that. Most people did, but people didn't want to accept that. That's not my Captain America. They don't even call him Captain America. They just call him Black Falcon, whatever they call him, bro. They're just gonna keep calling him Falcon. And people don't want to move on from what we got in the beginning. Same with the Thunderbolts. Multiple people coming from shows. And also Yelena, who came from Black Widow, and her father, David Harbour's character, Red Guardian, also came from Black Widow, and U.S. Agent came from a show. It's just these new characters, you have to go watch different things, different shows to know who these people are. And the stories that they have in those shows should be in movies. So you can establish these characters in the freaking movies. It's like, damn, why are they making this so hard, in my opinion. And also with the Fantastic Four, we're gonna see what it's gonna do, but it's not looking good. But this is another instance, something new, something fresh, and people, general audiences, don't go see it, and that is a problem. That is a problem that the multiverse saga has created, because once again, they go see multiverse slop, movies where they know they're gonna see returning characters, cameos. They go see that shit. They eat that shit up. But when it actually comes to a story, a good story, when it actually comes to a character getting his own film and doesn't have the multiverse stuff, isn't connected to the multiverse saga, it's his own standalone story in the MCU timeline, they don't go see it. And that is just, that's not how it's supposed to be. But they created that. The multiverse saga created that. And that's where we're at right now. Spider-Man, established character, gonna make maybe $1 billion at the box office. Avengers, we already know that's a certified Billy. That is a Billy. Maybe $2 billion. I don't know. But we should have been had an Avengers film, honestly, in my opinion. But they take too long to also show these characters again, because Shang-Chi, where the hell he's been at? Where the hell Shang-Chi been? Like, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that, bro. Like, they have to do better at that for sure. And we didn't get a Captain America film. Captain America 4 should have been one of the first movies they come out with. That should have been one of the first ones. Just like Black Widow. Black Widow should have came out after Civil War. But this is Marvel. This is what they've created, and now they have to deal with the consequences. Maybe they can get back on top. I don't know. But Spider-Man gonna have to do some damage, and Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars is gonna have to make things right and bring the interest back to the MCU. And after that, don't know. Take a break. Take a year or two and figure shit out. And then come back with the bangers. Come back with the bangers, the X-Men and everything. Come like out the gate. Come back with the bangers. Give me that Blade movie, that Armor Wars. Give me something. But they just have to figure out what the plan is going to be. They just have to figure that out. But that's all I gotta say about this. We better get a Captain America 5. I swear. If they don't give Sam a good Captain America movie, yeah. But that's all I gotta say. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe.